Hello there. My name is Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. Today we are starting a video in the middle of the night because we are about to do my last minute scramble reading vlog video. So this is a 3-day weekend for me. So tonight is Thursday night, tomorrow is Friday, and I have the day off. I do have a meeting at 9 in the morning, and I also need to get blood work, but thank you, Jack. I can do all of that while also reading. So the point of this vlog and the point of the last minute scramble for me is to get all of the reading done that I wanted to get done because I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be. Shocking. So let's talk about the books. And then after we talk about the books, we'll talk about the videos a little bit because I think that's also what I want to use these videos for. So there will be future last minute scramble type videos or 3-day, 48-hour, 72-hour reading vlog videos where I just spend as much time as possible reading as much as I can. Because I am going to be having quite a few 3-day weekends coming up, mainly because I'm working a very particular schedule where I get every other Friday off, and so when it will align with the end of the month, we'll do a last minute scramble vlog, and if it doesn't, I will end up probably just doing like a 48-hour reading vlog where I like try and read like for 48 hours, like I'll have a timer and I will like stop and start it when I'm reading and not reading and see if I can get 48 hours of reading in 3 days. Okay, so for the books, I am still reading This Strange Way of Dying by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is for a video of reading my favorite authors. I'm almost finished with it. I'm on page 175 of 206. So I have like 30-ish 31 pages left of this, so I'll probably be finishing this up rather quickly. I'll probably starting with this one so that way I can, get going on it. Also for videos, I have my reread of The Starless Sea. Look at all of those tabs for such a short amount. But like, it's kind of like that. And it's a little bit overwhelming because me being a person who really loves in-depth writing and everything being related and connected thematically but also story-wise, this is so much. And like, I love it, but it feels a little like drowning. And I think that's a little bit of the intention, but I've been taking my time with it, but it's not like I am saying this because I don't like it, because I love it. I do. It's just when I'm coming home from long and stressful days at work, my mind is not at a place to digest a lot of this. So this weekend, we will be making a huge effort to be finishing this. So I am only on page 124 of like 570. So I still have like 400 pages left. Fingers crossed, like for this one. I don't even know. Then I also have The Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay. This is for my vampire adjacent reading vlog that has still not seen the light of day. I've read 2 books for that reading vlog. You've already kind of heard me talk about it a little bit, and it is like eventually coming after I finish this. But the audiobook that I have on hold from my library is going back rather soon. So like, I kind of have to get going. And then I have 2 other books. What is this, a TBR? I'm just letting you know the things that I really needed to finish by the end of January, I guess. These books are for the Orillium Eldia year-long adventure. Choose your own adventure type reading vlog. I will link the video down below that is like the beginners to the Orillium Academy reading vlog, the magical readathon, readathon, the magical readathon that G at Book Roast created. There's so many words connected to it, I don't know which ones to call it half the time, so I know I'm fucking it up. I just love it so much that I don't know, it doesn't matter to me, I just love it. So anyways, I have 2 characters, and so they each have a book for the year-long adventure that I need to do, one finishing a series and one starting a series. So I still have these. I am in the middle of this one. I think like the dead middle. I'm on like 176 of 350, 60. 365. So I am in the middle of this, so this could be an actual potentiality of me finishing, and I haven't even started this yet. This is like the 50 pages mark, because I'm really only going to be giving books 50 pages to capture my attention or not, and then after that, if they don't, it's time to DNF. So I have that marked, but I haven't actually started reading it. So those are the books, also for the videos. So I talked about the reading my favorite author for this strange way of dying, also the rereading vlog of Erin Morgenstern, and the vampire adjacent reading vlog that I have not yet finished. I believe the vampire adjacent reading vlog and the Erin Morgenstern rereading vlog is happening, or I guess I at least have it planned for February. I do have this planned to come out like today, but it's not. And then I also have my 2023 reading journal video that needs to be put out, like the setup of it, because I already have it filmed and I already did the voiceover for it. I just literally need to edit it and put it together. So we have all of those videos to do, we have all of these books to read, and we will be scrambling. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, you guys, I finished this not really last night, I finished it this morning. I had 2 pages left last night, and I couldn't keep my eyes open, like, for shit. So it's Friday, it's like 11 o'clock, I finished my meeting. I was gonna go get blood work, but me and my husband are down to 1 car, and I thought the blood work place was right across the street. It's not, so I can't go get blood work while he's at work, because I'm not walking all over Kingdom Come to go get my blood drawn. That's not happening. It's also very cold outside for the desert, okay? I'm not out here trying to tell you that it's snowing, but I'm not also going to be taking comments like, it's not that cold. It is that cold. I'm a desert rat. I am cold-blooded. I need a rock in the sun to stay warm. And right now there are no sun. There are rocks, but no sun, and it's too cold. Anyways, I finished this morning. I'm giving it a 4.5 star. By the time this video goes up, the reading my favorite author video should be already up on my channel, so I'm going to link that up in the cards. I don't know which way it comes up, but it'll be there. And then I did some evaluating last night of the books that I had like talked to you about a bit. So I decided that for these two, Starless Sea and the Pallbearers Club, I realized that the reading vlogs for these aren't coming out until mid-February, so I'm going to wait until after this scramble to like pick these back up again. So I'm putting these to the side. And then that left me with these 3. One which I finished already, so we're good to go. We have Count Your Lucky Stars, which like I said last night, I still have about halfway to go, so I'm going to be working on this today. And then A Darker Shade of Magic is like my compulsory read for January, because I have to read this in January for the Eldia year-long adventure readathon thing. And if I don't, like, I could be gentle with myself and like not make it have to be, but then I'm like behind, and I don't want to be behind. I don't want to be behind. All right, I'm just grabbing my reading journal to make sure I didn't forget about any readathons that I was doing. So I already read the January NB Book Club pick, which was All the White Spaces by Allie Wilkes. Literally Dead Book Club doesn't start until February, but the February pick is the 3rd in the series, so I should at some point be reading the 2nd Finley Donovan. I don't have the physical, but that didn't stop me before. But I'm sitting here and I've been thinking, like, so I got the first book in paperback, and the second book just came out in paperback. And so for the 3rd book, I'm going to have to wait to buy it until it comes out in paperback. And I hate that. I hate having to wait. And it's like, I believe this is only an American thing, because they're trying to get me to double dip. And if you've never heard of double dipping, it is a phrase that is very common in the video game community, but I'm sure we can use it in our booktube community. Blech. It is the idea that they will make you believe that a certain video game is only coming out to, you know, Xbox. And then they'll wait 1.5 years. And then they'll say, oh, we're going to release it for PlayStation. And then they'll wait another year. And then they'll be like, oh, now we're going to release it for PC, which is on the computer. If you are someone who is not aware of this pattern, or paying attention to what game developer made that specific game so you know if it'll come to different consoles, you will have been bought into this idea that it'll only be on Xbox. So you buy it on Xbox. And then it comes to your PlayStation and you're like, well, my PlayStation's in my other room and I want to play it in that room. So let me buy it for there. And then it comes to PC, and by that point, you've been PC gaming for a while, and you're like, well, that's where I want to play this game. So I'm going to buy it on PC also. So you've not only double dipped, but you've triple dipped. And to use that with the BookTube community, if I want to read Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun in physical right away, I have to get it in hard copy, in a hardcover. But my collection is in paperback because the first book I could find it in hardcover, but it's more readily available in paperback. So I bought it, the first one in paperback, but if I want the other ones in the same pattern, I have to wait for them to be released. Or I could go backwards and get them all in hardcover. This capitalism and consumerism can suck my ass. This sucks. Anyways, I've read the January book for the Buzzword Reading Challenge, which was This Strange Way of Dying. I've decided, I know Kayla wants us to use the words as much as possible, but I am trying to get through a physical TBR that's nearly 200 books long. Sorry, Kayla. I'm going to be using the physical TBR. So I've already done that one for January. Literally Dead will wait for February. Maybe I'll pick up the second Finley Donovan on audio. Black Classics isn't starting until February, so I'm waiting on that. I have my Eldia adventure books in this stack. Hey, I think that's it. So after I read these two, I'll probably be reading the second Finley Donovan. Maybe I'll pick up, I need to read some more off of my physical TBR because I don't think I've read too many books this month off of my actual physical TBR. I had 2 books that I was carrying over from 2022 that I'm trying not to count, but it's making me depressed to not have to count them in January because I counted them for last year. I listened to 2 audiobooks, so I really haven't read too many books off of my physical TBR. So, okay, I'm going to make a decision after these 2 books whether or not to start the second Finley Donovan or to pick one of the books off of the TBR over there. And if I do pick one of the books off of the TBR over there, I'm going to use my D20 dice to make a choice. So we'll be doing that. Because that D20 vlog, like, I filmed an intro for it. I haven't used it at all. Because all of my compulsory reads are, like, getting in the way of, like, choosing another book. This is what BookTube burnout looks like. Wow. This last minute scramble is like helping me out so much. I've already finished 2 books. I know I was already in the middle of them, but like I finished them. So I finished this one now. It was good. I gave it a 4 star. Well, it was very lovely, but not perfect. So I gave it a 4 star. It wasn't just good. It was really, really great. This is for the sapphic girlies. The sex was so hot. It was awesome. It was really good. Loved that. So I'm really happy that I actually got to read this one, and I'm really, really happy that I didn't let Hang the Moon stop me from finishing this series. So Hang the Moon is on sale on my Pengo store if you want it, but I am keeping this one for my shelves because I really, really enjoyed Olivia and Margot's relationship. I really think that Bellefleur has a good, like, grasp on what makes being in a relationship difficult. So I really enjoyed this. So like I said, I am only going to prioritize this next. So I already have the audiobook for it. It's about 11 hours long. I listen on double speed, so it'll give me like 6 hours. It's currently 4:02 p.m. My husband doesn't get off of work until 6:30. He probably won't be back home until about 6:45, 7-ish. But since I've been doing a lot of reading and I am behind on one video, I am going to edit my journal video, get that posted and uploaded. Then I'm going to pick this up, and you will either see me at the 50-page mark where I've decided to DNF, or you will see me at the end of this book when I've finished it. And I really hope that I haven't decided to DNF it, because I already made a spread, like the base for the spread of my, in my journal for when I'm done with the series. I just went ahead. I was really excited, okay? Anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm rambling. Bye! Oh god. Okay, I got like tangles in my hair because it's windy as fuck outside. I hate the wind. I hate it. Okay. Hello. I am here. I'm queer and I finished A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I'm sorry if you hear my husband. I cannot. I can get up, but I really don't want to get up. So I'm going to be closer to the microphone and hopefully you hear him less. Darker Shade of Magic. I'm kind of torn with this one because I'm really enjoying like what's going on and what's happening, but I also feel like as a first in a series, it like doesn't lend itself to being a good one, I think. Like, so this story ends in like a self-contained kind of way. There's no real like, I guess, like further thought as to how to end it so that way the next book feels like a continuation. This very much just feels like we did our story, we did the do, and we're moving on. I guess there is this one moment of, because magic can't be magic can't be destroyed, it can only be dispelled. So like I guess it lends itself to being a sequel or leaving room for a sequel, but not really. And then I like, at first I was like, wow, Lila and Kel are kind of feeling a little bit too insta-lovey. The way they end their story informs you that it's not really insta-lovey, but in fact that they are kind of reacting to each other as if they might never run into each other again, and kind of taking every moment and enjoying every moment while they have it, because they're not sure where the rest of their life is going to go, which is kind of interesting and kind of sweet and soft and also melancholic, and not a way that I would live my life, but to see other people live their life that way, it's like, you know, it's like a song, or it's like poetry, it rhymes.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Anyways, I really enjoyed this, so that leaves me 3 books down out of my 3-book TBR. I came to sit down to edit, and I had coffee, didn't finish it, went to heat it up. It was too hot. I couldn't even hold my cup, so therefore I put it down. And now that I've picked it back up again and I just tried it, it's like lukewarm again, and I'm very miserable about it. So, since I have read all of the compulsory books now that I have wanted to for January, I will be continuing this one, so I already ordered and purchased the next 2 in the series, which doesn't go against my book buying stipulations. I'm not calling it a ban, but they're definitely rules. It doesn't go against my book buying rules because it's a continuation of a series that I already had, so I can get it off of my TBR. So I will be continuing this, but I'll have to wait for the physical books to actually come in. So I've been trying to sit here and decide, like, what should I read? But it's 4:48 right now on a Sunday night. I am gonna go to the gym at about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go to Marshall's first and pick up the flavored syrups that I like to have in my coffee, because for whatever reason, Marshall's is like a overflow, like, department store, so it's like cheaper. For like, and they kind of have like everything, like clothes and house stuff, shoes, toys for kids, decor, blankets, that kind of stuff. But for whatever reason, they also have a very, very small select, like almost bougie style food aisle. So like if you buy a bag of chips, there's literally like 3 chips in there, and they have like the Tarani flavor. I'll put up a picture. The Tarani flavored syrups to put in like your coffee or tea, or like to bake with. And I like to get the hazelnut one for my coffee, and I like to get the lavender one for my tea. So at about 7 o'clock, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to Marshall's, and then I'm going to go to the gym. And then I think until then, I'm going to edit, because I do have a video that should technically be up today, but it's not. So I'll edit that. Maybe I'll start editing this vlog also, and I'll go to the gym. I'll come back, and then we'll see what I want to read. I'm really proud of myself. This Scramble video, I think experiment reading style kind of went. I just really buckled down and was like, this is what we're doing. Must. So pretty proud. So I'm going to go edit. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to edit. I'm going to go to Marshall's, going to go to the gym, going to read. Maybe you'll see some B-roll of something, and I'll probably check in with you tomorrow morning. Hello. This outro is coming to you many moons later because I forgot to do one. It is after work. I was about to go to the gym until I realized that I should do this intro for you guys. Or outro. It is an outro. I'm doing an outro. Don't worry, there's not another video coming. Well, there is, if you click on another one. But anyways, that's besides the point. So, I felt like this being the first time of me doing somewhat of a last-minute scramble / 48-hour vlog of, like, truly trying to get through some books, having an actual goal in mind, and I feel like it went really well. I got 3 books done. I could have gotten more done, but I guess, was gentle with myself on this one. And also, it's hard, I guess, kind of at the end of the month. If I'm not already in the middle of a couple of books, I don't want to start anything new because it's the end of the month. And I hate carrying books over from month to month or year to year. I hate that. So I'm really glad that I was able to get all 3 of those books done. They were all also really good books, so I had a really good time during this vlog, and I think these are going to keep on happening. So every month I'm either going to be doing a last-minute scramble, where I'm doing it at the last weekend of the month, or it'll be like a 48-hour scramble, where it's one weekend somewhere in the middle of the month, maybe towards the end of the month, where I'm just going to scramble and try and do more. And I think with those vlogs, it'll be easier for me to actually pick up more books because it will be okay if I don't finish them in the vlog. So that's what you can expect. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!